This is a trail, clues, puzzles, pieces of the puzzles that lead to one man. Or coincidence. Think about all the coincidences that had to have happened. Tijeras. Seeing the defendant who we recognized before from the neighborhood outside his home looking inside his car. Tijeras. Watching as the defendant walked away with a hoodie. Tijeras. Watching the defendant put on that hood. The coincidence of Jocelyn seeing a guy with a hood get inside her car, hold her up at gunpoint. The coincidence of going to that IBC teller. Receipts were found. Where she was robbed at gunpoint. Where she was made to pull out those crisp $20 bills that we all know come from ATMs. The brand new bills.
I'm going to object, Your Honor. There was no evidence that they were brand new bills.
Argument. The coincidence of the chase that ensued, the blue Chevy Avalanche. The coincidence of when that chase ended, the direction of travel of the defendant. The coincidence of where the gun was found. The same direction of travel. The coincidence of the defendant being pulled over that same night. Sitting in the middle of that truck bench seat. The coincidence of Jocelyn's ring, which she later identified, sitting in between his legs. The coincidence, ladies and gentlemen, of the crisp $20 bills found in his pocket. The coincidence of the flashlight, which Officer Vela testified to. Ladies and gentlemen, the coincidence of the defendant lying about his name. What was he hiding from? Why was he given a wrong name? The coincidence of the description from Jocelyn matching the description given by Tijeras. Ladies and gentlemen, all those coincidences is what defense wants you to believe. Isn't it more likely, ladies and gentlemen, that those are the pieces to the puzzle, the trail that was left behind that night? Remember what I explained to you in Bordeaux. The police don't get to choose what evidence is left behind. The state does not get to choose what evidence we bring you to court. Who makes that decision, ladies and gentlemen? Who makes the decision of what is left behind at a crime scene? The defendant. The evidence that you heard today came from that stand. Jocelyn Herrera, Manuel Tijeras. And I want to go over with you that testimony. We go to the next one. Just say it, stop. We brought you Jocelyn Herrera, the 17-year-old girl in that car. Reluctant witness. Everybody in this courtroom saw how reluctant she was to testify. What is the first thing she said when she stood up there? I don't want to be here. I don't want to testify. Can you blame this young girl? This is not a victimless crime, ladies and gentlemen. This is a violent crime. Held up at gunpoint at 17 years old. And you think she's going to get up on that stand and be tough when she has to come face to face with the man who held her up at gunpoint? Next one. Crime-ridden neighborhood. Ladies and gentlemen, we brought you these maps for a reason. All three of these maps, ladies and gentlemen.
Your Honor, if I may, if they're going to put quotations, this is out of quotation. She said, I don't want to be here because that's not the man.
Sorry.
Your objections overall, I'll ask you to make your objections in the legal context.
Thank you.
Pull out these maps. Lay them out on the table. We identified for you where the crime occurred. We identified for you where the defendant's house is. Look how close they are together. 2 blocks away from Jocelyn Herrera's husband's house. And you think she's not going to be scared to testify? She still lives in that neighborhood. Next one. I don't remember. Ladies and gentlemen, we brought you Jocelyn. You saw how reluctant she was to give out the information. Why? When you get to Jocelyn's testimony, if you're saying to yourself, she couldn't identify the man in court, that's reasonable doubt. Like defense argued, that's reasonable doubt right there. You have to stop. Why? Why couldn't she identify him?
Your Honor, I'm going to object. That's something that the state should have asked her. Why can't you identify him? Why are they making it an inference? And I would object to that, Your Honor, being outside the record, causing, creating, misconfusing the issue, Your Honor.
Overruled.
If we can limit defense to legal arguments, Your Honor. Legal objection. Why was she scared? Fear, ladies and gentlemen. This is a violent crime. She was 17 years old. I covered my face. You saw the fear. You saw how even reluctant she was to testify about the chase. Ladies, no. We had to squeeze it out of her. Did the police follow you? Was there a chase? Yes. Well, was it a fast chase? Was it a small chase? It was a little fast. A little fast, ladies and gentlemen.